All right, so what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing something a little different today. We're actually gonna be doing something I've been wanting to review for a while. So you remember, what was it, like months ago, that I did like a little unboxing video with the Ultraman Complete series. It was like, this was before the whole face reveal thing. This was also before the whole pandemic thing. So today I thought we take a look at the Ultra Q Complete series. We're going to be taking a look at. So, for anyone who's unaware, about somewhere around last year, Mill Creek Entertainment, that's the company that's helped distributing the Ultra series, they made an announcement saying that now they had rights to at least a good portion of the Ultra series, meaning they were going to start releasing some of them here in North America for the first time. So obviously, if you're an Ultraman fan, that was like a dream come true, really. So little by little, Mill Creek started releasing some of the Ultraman series, and as they've released, I believe, how many so far? Maybe like they released maybe like 9 so far as of now, if I'm correct. So of course they first announced that they were going to release Ultra Q and of course Ultraman. So today I'm only going to be taking a look at Ultra Q because this is supposed to be the series that started it all. This is the show that started the whole Ultra series to begin with. Ultra Q is a kaiju TV show that came out in 1966. So if you're let's say, if you're maybe like a beginner fan, like if you're like a new fan of Ultraman, if you're like me, you were probably first introduced to Ultraman, but not Ultra Q. You probably didn't even know that this show exists. I didn't really find out about this show after I finished watching Ultraman. This was a while ago. And I remember looking into it, and I was very surprised when this was supposed to be kind of like a prequel to, to like kind of showing off what was going to happen in later series. So Ultra Q, it's a show about it's kind of like the Twilight Zone almost. It's like weird shit happening in like every episode. Not all episodes connect. That's kind of like how the Twilight Zone was like. You always got like these weird stuff going on, but it's always something different each time. It's almost like oh man, I know there was a name for it though. It's like even though everything's happening in the same universe, there's no real connection. Ultra Q was kind of like the Twilight Zone, except everything actually did connect. Basically, the show was about how there's these strange occurrences going around in Tokyo. You got like these weird, strange creatures going around. I won't go too much into detail, of course, because it's a really, really interesting show. And it's not hard to see why it was so popular at the time. The show came out in 1966, and it was like, yeah, I would kind of say, yeah, it was like a hit. It was really popular in Japan. The show was created by E.J. Subaraya. He did the special effects for some of the old Godzilla movies, so he's kind of like one of the original creators of Godzilla. So yes, he's basically the one who created the Ultra series. He did Ultra Q, Ultraman, and Ultra 7. I don't think he did any more after that. I could be, if I'm correct, I think he did pass before he can even do the other shows. He didn't even do Return of Ultraman. He didn't do the later Ultra series, if I'm correct. But of course, this is of course what kind of helped hit his career, because he didn't want to just focus everything on just Godzilla. He wanted to sort of do like a TV show, but with giant monsters. So that's what Ultra Q is about. So the show consists of 28 episodes. And sure, that might sound short. This might sound like a short series, but remember, the first Ultraman series also came out in 1966. So basically, the way it goes is that Ultra Q came out very earlier. It aired there very early during the year, and then it wasn't until later that they did Ultraman in like late 1966. So now that I explained a little bit of the show, let's kind of take a look at the Blu-ray box. And in case you're wondering, there is no DVD. these only come in Blu-ray. So this might be a problem for anyone that only watches on DVD. Yes, you do need a Blu-ray player for this. Or if you have a PlayStation 4 like I do, you can watch this without any problems. So as you can see, we take a look at the box right here. When you get like a nice little closer look, I know yeah, I'm doing this on my laptop, so sorry if there's no focus. But as you can see, it says Complete Series 1. And of course, it says that it's on Blu-ray and DVD. And then, of course, it says the classic series that started it all. And then you got the nice little Ultra Q logo right there. I love how they also put the Japanese logo there, too. That's very nice. This, without a doubt, this is a very, very unique cover. Because what you might or might not have noticed, that the cover, it's literally the letter Q. It's meant to kind of look like that Q that you see in the middle right there, but instead you got all these nice monsters all over. You got Goro, the giant monkey monster. You got Ray Gun here at the bottom. Gomez is right there. I see Kenny Gon. I didn't even notice Kenny Gon right there. He's right there. I know you can't really see it too well. Yeah, see Kenny Gon. You know. Then you got Pigmon, but then again, they didn't really call him Pigmon in this show. They gave him a different name for some reason. And of course, if we look at the spine, let's look at this part right here. So as you can see, it says Ultra Q. And what you might know is you have like a nice little picture going on here too. You got some of the monsters right there, and then it says Series 1. And you got it says 4 discs. And you got the Mill Creek logo, and then you got the Blu-ray logo. You know, one thing you might notice though is that there's a random arm, you know, a little hand just kind of sticking out right there, right? Now that I'll get into in a little bit, but let's take a look at the box before I explain that little part. And you got the bottom part right here that just kind of, you know, you got Subaraya, you know, it just pretty much shows like all the people involved in releasing this. And of course, you got the back part. The back part that shows the various, you know, different monsters right there. You know, and then you got the little description kind of explaining what Ultra Q is a little bit. Heck, I'll even read a little bit of the back part. One of the most expensive TV programs produced in Japan up to that time, Ultra Q was a rating smash that paved the way for Subaraya Productions' first color series, Ultraman. Yes, that is another thing that I have to mention. This show is in black and white, unlike the other Ultraman shows where they were in color. So I just thought I mentioned that in case some people are kind of nitpicky about that. I mean, it's an old TV show. This is 1966 we're talking about here. What do we really expect? You know what I'm saying? You know, the first 2 Godzilla movies were in black and white, so, you know, and that came out in the 50s. You know, so it's very interesting that Subaraya was able to get all the funding and all the money to make this show. And it was without a doubt, it was worth it for sure. This is really great, right? And as you can see here, now you also notice on the cover it says digital too, because it comes with a little digital code when you open the inside. So now that Ultra Q, there you go. See, another logo. And now that we took a look at the box, let's also take a look at the Blu-ray little box right here. And all right, and you got like a nice little picture of Pigmon in the cover right there, and he's getting ready to destroy the Tokyo Tower right there. It says series again. It says complete series 1. You know, as always. And the back part is interesting because they're actually showing the plant monster from episode 4. Yeah, there was an episode where there was like a giant plant creature that was growing, and then he eventually opened up, and he was spraying this little pollen, and it was like hurting the soldiers. And you can see the soldiers right here. But looking at, you know, the front and the back of this, there's kind of an irony to this because, like I say, the show is in black and white. It's not in color, but they're showing, you know, a little bit of color from the show, so I find that pretty interesting. But sometimes that happens in TV shows. Sometimes they can't really get all the resources. You know, it's like when they release something in HD. That's another thing I forgot to mention. This is in high definition, but warning, just because it's getting released in HD, that's not 100% guaranteed that's still going to look good, because there are definitely parts, you know, in the show where they don't really got like that HD vibe. They are kind of blurry in a way. So you do got that going on. And without further ado, let's open the inside, right? See, it's a nice big box, as you can see when you open it up. And as soon as you open it up, the first thing you will see is the little digital thing. You know, if you want to watch it online or something like that, you know. I mean, I don't know why. You got the whole set right here. This is a sweet deal right here. Now, because the show only has 28 episodes, there are 4 discs. So, of course, you have disc 1. You have disc. This is disc 2. They made like a little space for some reason. Disc 2, disc 3, and then disc 4. Now, obviously, it makes sense that you have extra spaces because for the later Ultraman series, they have more episodes. So obviously, they're gonna need more room for the discs. So that makes perfect sense for why they would do that. It's a very nice case. It's a nice big Blu-ray box, which I really like a lot. It's very neat. But probably thinking, besides all this, there's also another little thing that this collection comes with. If I could take it out. For each one that you get, for each complete series box you get, you also get a nice little booklet. Now, this, without a doubt, this is nice. Let me tell you right now. It's like a nice little guide. It says information and episode guide right here. I love this. I love that they come with this. It's like it gives you a little information and it shows you all the episodes. And then it gives you a little bit of trivia too. It tells you like about how they were making the show and all that. And then you see right here, you got you go. This is from the narration from the show. You know, for the next 30 minutes, your eyes will leave your body and arrive in a strange moment in time. That's basically the narration for almost every episode. Because, like I say, just random shit happens in almost every episode. It's like something completely different each time. Like in the first episode, you got Gomez. He's just like hiding in the mines. He's just waking up, and then all of a sudden, there's also this weird bird that kind of comes out of nowhere and, you know, kind of fights him. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know. You definitely have to watch the show for yourself. I can't really explain each of the episodes little by little. So if I wanted to do a review of this show, it'd be a little bit hard because there's always something different happening in every episode. You know, it's like everything connects, but then it doesn't really connect. Like it's supposed to be a kaiju show, and yet it feels like, how do I say? It's like not everything always relates to giant monsters. Like it's like the Goro monster in episode 2. He's the giant monkey creature. He became ginormous like that by an accident due to some type of scientific experiment. I won't say exactly what it is though. I won't spoil the show, you know. And you know, you got like nice little pictures too like on the set. It explains. You see, this is EJ Sugawara right there. He got a little cigarette. Don't smoke, right? This was back in the day. Don't smoke. It's not good for you. You know, introduction explains a little bit more. You know, I won't go too much in depth with this because it's really nice to kind of see this in person. And of course, it gives you a little episode guide. So it shows you, you know, it gives you a little bit of information on some of the episodes that are in the show. So, you know, it's episode 1, Defeat Gomez, you know, episode 2, Goro, kind of like that, you know. It goes on for a couple of pages. And let me see that. Oh, yeah. Remember when I mentioned that they changed the monster's name, that, you know, Pigmon? Yeah, for some reason they call him like Gurutamas. No, Garamon. They call him Garamon in this show. Yeah, that's another nice thing about this too. It does give you nice little facts about some of the monsters. I know you can't really see it quite well. You got Kennigan right there. You got Garamon, Gomez, Litra, Goro, you know. And what else? There's definitely another page. Keemer. I hope I'm saying his name right. Keemer. Yeah, Sudar, the giant octopus. You see, it's a very unique show. And then you got the Colossal Man. Like I'm telling you, it's a very, very strange and bizarre show. And that's what's really nice about it. And they don't give you too many facts about the they don't give too much facts though, because of like, you know, it's a short series. They explain the characters, you know, a little bit, you know. They don't go too much into details, though. It's not like the later Ultraman books where they actually do explain a little bit more. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. Oh, let me mention that thing real quick, right? So I won't talk. I'll talk more about this in my next review. I'm gonna take a look at this. You know, hopefully maybe sometime this week. Notice the spine how it has Ultraman right there, right? Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to create one nice little picture, right? I won't go too much into depth though. I want to talk more about this in the next review. I'm going to take a look at this. You know. So there you go. That was the Ultra Q Blu-ray review. All right, I'm glad to be back. You know, I'm gonna do a couple more videos here and there. You know, so I hope you guys liked the video. You know, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. So peace out and be safe.